The massive oil spill off the coast of Orange County could soon have an impact in San Diego. How local leaders are preparing.
Plus, the county is anticipating an influx of Afghan refugees. We're going to speak to a resettlement agency about the logistics of welcoming them to our area.
And after a disappointing season, the Padres have dismissed manager Jace Tingler. We hear from team management about the decision.
ABC 10 News at 6 starts now.
Local leaders continue to stand ready to respond to the oil spill off the Orange County coast. Thank you for joining us. I'm Kimberly Hunt.
And I'm Steve Atkinson. We're going to have more on that in just a moment. But tonight we are learning more about that event surrounding the massive spill. Investigators say the oil rig operators waited more than 3 hours to shut down that ruptured pipeline Saturday, even after receiving an alarm. A ship's anchor may have hooked the pipeline and dragged it. Now crews are trying to contain the spill.
What we're seeing right now is the oil that's showing up on the shore and putting in place those protective strategies as a precaution ahead of oil continuing to move in a southerly direction and the oil that already has moved south from the original location of the oil spill. It
could be weeks until that cleanup is complete. And as we touched on, oil from that spill is starting to move south and could reach our county. Our ABC 10 News reporter Sophia Hernandez joins us live from Oceanside Harbor with the possible impact. Sophia.
Yes, Steve, we are being told by the U.S. Coast Guard in Orange County that as of 2 p.m., no oil has entered San Diego County. However, local officials are still being cautious. They are finding solutions to make sure that no oil enters our beaches.
I'm hoping that it will not be really like spread all over the beaches here, so that it will not affect the people around here, the environment.
Beachgoers enjoying the sun and sand, knowing just a few miles north lies thousands of miles of spilled oil.
We know that having oil spill onto our coasts will cause mass destruction.
Encinitas Mayor Catherine Blakespear says Wednesday she heard of oil spottings already along our coast.
It is inevitable that some will hit this county, and I've already heard that there is what's called sheening in the Oceanside Harbor. I think the question is how much and how quickly does it get here?
According to Surfrider's CEO, it could still be a few more days before we see it this far south.
There's still reason to keep an eye out and there's reason for concern.
The U.S. Coast Guard said in their Wednesday update that so far no oil has crossed county lines, but they are anticipating southward and inland movement. Director of San Diego County's Emergency Services releasing this statement, saying a protective boom at the mouth of Santa Margarita River is already in play. Local leaders worried if oil does force closures, the impact it would have to those that depend on beach foot traffic.
Our clean beaches, clean oceans, a clean food supply, all of that is really critical for us, and the businesses and the business community depends upon that.
The mayor of Encinitas tells me that it's inevitable to have these oil spills when we continue to drill for oil. She says that she hopes this is the example that's needed for legislative action to be able to hinder any future drilling off of our shores. Now, the Carlsbad desalination plant, they say that so far they have not found any oil in their water, but they will continue to monitor the situation. In Oceanside, Sophia Hernandez, ABC 10 News.
Thank you, Sophia. ABC 10 News meteorologist Angelica Campos tracking these cooler conditions and the chance for rain. She's joining us now. Hi, Angelica.
Hi, Kim, that's right. It is already very cloudy outside. Temperatures mostly in the 60s around the county and cooler than yesterday by at least 5 degrees or so. What you see right now is the clouds streaming across the county to the north. There's a storm system that's going to be triggering heavier rainfall, definitely steady as we go into Thursday night and Friday. Right now, just a few light, spotty showers, which is the way it's going to play out even into tomorrow morning, but it could lead to a few slowdowns. Looking at the 7-day rain chance, we have a few more possibilities for wet weather. It looks like Friday morning will be the day to watch for ponding on the roadways, gusty winds. I'll break it all down coming up in our 7-day forecast.
Thank you, Angelica. The Padres fired manager Jace Tingler after a disappointing season. Tingler was hired in October of 2019 and helped lead the Padres to its first playoff appearance in 14 years in 2020. The team had high expectations this season after a slew of offseason acquisitions, and it looked well on its way to making the playoffs, but struggled in the last couple of months of the season, finished 4 games below 500. General Manager A.J. Preller says Tingler has been offered a position in the organization. We'll have more on this coming up a little later in sports.
A shooting at a Texas school left 4 people injured today. Authorities say it started as a fight. Then an 18-year-old student opened fire. 4 people were hurt and the suspected gunman was arrested. Here in San Diego, there is an ongoing effort to try and prevent these types of incidents. The San Diego County Office of Education is leading this effort. It includes increasing funding and school budgets for training, equipment, and infrastructure improvements to handle an active shooter crisis, conducting active shooter drills as well, and including a substitute teacher and all other adult workers in that training so everyone is prepared.
Right now, we have about half of our districts have sent teams to our training to address this issue as it relates to not only the school shooting piece, but also what we call the concerning behaviors that lead up to a situation like that happening.
Many of the districts and charter and private schools across the county, they have put forward these safety measures.
San Diego County is expected to receive the second highest number of Afghan refugees in California. That's why the Board of Supervisors approved the creation of a resettlement task force. ABC 10 News reporter Nia Watson spoke with organizations already helping refugees about how this new task force can change things.
Beds to lie in, a refrigerator full of food. Co-lead of Helping El Cajon refugees, Jill Galante, says preparing apartments for Afghan families is now an everyday thing.
We know that we're going to get upwards of 1,300 refugees between October and December alone.
58,000 Afghan refugees are expected to arrive in the U.S., with majority resettlements expected to begin next week. Catholic Charities of San Diego is one of 4 resettlement agencies in the county. Director of Refugee and Immigrant Services, Nadine Tapazada, says the organization has helped over 350 Afghan refugees since August.
We enroll them in ESL classes for the adults. We help the kids enroll in school.
What was once a trickle is now a flood.
County Supervisor Tara Lawson-Reamer proposed the Afghan Resettlement Task Force. She says it'll serve as a focal point for resettling Afghan refugees in the county, bringing together school districts, nonprofits, and local governments.
An Afghan refugee and you're just arriving in this country for the first time and you don't have a central clearinghouse, you don't have a central point of coordination, it just makes it incredibly difficult to figure out how to make a fresh start.
Tapazada says the task force will only enhance their organization's ongoing efforts. That includes helping with the biggest issue agencies face, long-term housing for refugee families.
Our role as resettlement agencies is working with families for 90 days. As you can imagine, this is a very, very short period of time. So the ability to rely on a task force to provide further support for Afghans is crucial.
Nia Watson, ABC 10 News.
And now to coronavirus. A group of local doctors is now fact-checking things that's said at public meetings about COVID-19. This independent panel gave its first of its kind presentation and Q&A today at the Board of Supervisors meeting. It's part of the county's push to fight COVID misinformation.
We're here today to discuss COVID-19 medical and health misinformation.
The doctors, they are from various local hospitals. They addressed nearly all of the main myths about COVID that came up during the board meeting. Topics included mask effectiveness and vaccine side effects, among many others. The county also launched a website to respond to that misinformation. The video of today's presentation will be available on the site. And now to our latest COVID numbers in the county. 387 new cases were reported tonight. That's out of more than 22,000 cases. The percent of new positive cases is 1.7%.
The union that represents San Diego Unified teachers says that they have some significant questions about the mandate to get the COVID vaccine. SDUSD says all staff members are expected to be fully vaccinated by December 20th unless they have an approved exemption. And today we spoke with union president Keisha Borden. She says the district has not been clear about exactly what will happen to those who refuse to get the vaccine.
What's the consequence if someone doesn't meet that deadline? Are they terminated? Are they put on leave? We don't know. We haven't received any further information from the district.
About 76% of teachers are fully vaccinated. Many of them are wondering how it will affect them if those who aren't vaccinated get fired. The district tells us they're working on the details of how to implement this mandate. You can stay on top of any new developments with the coronavirus by downloading the 10 News app. A free version is available in the App Store.
A San Diego man accused of molesting 2 young girls in separate incidents was in court today. Police say that 18-year-old David Corona followed an 11-year-old down an aisle of a Target in Claremont Mesa last Friday. They say that he groped her and ran off before police arrived. A couple of days later, police say that Corona groped a 13-year-old at a Goodwill store in La Jolla. This time, he did stay there in the store and was arrested. Police are now asking other victims to come forward.
A team of investigators says it has identified the notorious Zodiac Killer. And Fox News reports a group calling themselves the Case Breakers have named Gary Francis Post as the Zodiac. He died in 2018. The Case Breakers claim to have matched a scar on Post's face to sketches of the killer. They also claim to have deciphered coded letters sent by the Zodiac. The Zodiac Killer was known to taunt law enforcement, and if his letters were deciphered, his name would be revealed. The Zodiac is responsible for at least 5 murders in the Bay Area during the 1960s. The FBI continues to say the case is unsolved.